Hi, we're going to talk a little bit about the equipment that we're going to use in this program. Our equipment starter package consists of a few things. You get a set of bands, resistance bands with handles. We're going to start to use these in week 3. You're going to learn a lot of techniques on how to get strong with a set of light and medium bands. You also get one of my favorite mobility tools. It's called an alpha ball. We're going to introduce this in week 2. This is going to help you to work out knots and sore areas in your body and do some soft tissue work. And then week 1, we're going to introduce the slam ball. This will be used later so that we can add some weight to your exercises. But in the beginning, we're going to use it to roll out for mobility work, to increase your range of motion, and just to get you relaxed and warmed up for the workouts. So let's talk about how we use our slam ball to roll out. We're going to start with teaching you how to roll out your quads, the muscles in your upper legs, and your upper back, your thoracic spine, or often called T-spine. We're going to use this method at the beginning of each session as a warm-up. It's really meant to relax and unwind you. Let's say you had a stressful day, you're going to work out, we want to loosen you up a little bit, so this is a great way to do it. So what you'll do is on the floor, or if you have a deck like mine, take the slam ball, and we're going to come up and lay the ball in the center of your leg, and just allow your body weight to sit into that ball. Okay. Many of you have done foam rolling, or maybe you use a lacrosse ball or some other trigger point equipment. This is meant to be very, very light, and just roll nice and slow. And so you'll probably find some lumpy areas in your quads. We're going to do this for about 1 minute each leg. About the 30-second point, I like to move through the range of my knee joint. So as I'm lying on the ball, I'm going to bring my heel to my butt and then straighten and extend my knee again. And so that'll add a little bit of extra pressure without having to lean harder into the ball. Okay, so I'll roll, find a spot that might be a little tender, stop, and then heel up and back down. Do that for about 1 minute per side. Now later in the course, we're going to start rolling out and massaging other parts of your body. The nice thing about this ball is it's safe to go over any bony areas or your joints. You want to be careful if you have harder rollers. You just got to stay away from joints unless you know exactly what you're doing. So it's totally safe to do this. Do about 1 minute on one leg. We'll come over and do another minute on the other. Now a little later in the program, we're going to introduce that alpha ball. If you have knots in your legs that you need to release, this ball doesn't have enough pressure to do that. That's not the intention here. But when I get you on an alpha ball, we're going to be able to work and knead out those knots and any junk in the connective tissue in your muscles. Second is your upper back. You're going to take the ball on the ground, you're going to lay on it face up, put it directly between your shoulder blades. It's totally safe to be rolling around on any bony areas with this ball. I like to put it right between my shoulder blades, and then I'm going to pick up my hips, because I'm not trying to open up my lower back and overextend that. I'm trying to open up my upper back. So by picking up my hips a little bit, now what I'm going to do is hold my arms out to the sides and just let them sink down to the floor. Now if you've got tight shoulders, don't be surprised if your arms only come down to about here. We're going to work on that and open up your upper back and loosen up your shoulders so that you can eventually have more range. So this out to the sides and in an overhead position. Now not this way overhead, but if you were standing here, up overhead, and just let yourself sink into the ball. You want to relax. This is not meant to be hard work. It's to relax you and unwind. So after about a half a minute or so, you're going to start to feel your back open up. You might hear a little pop here and there. And what I like to do is move through the range of a joint. Think about a jumping jack, slow motion. I'll take my hands down to my sides and then back up in that overhead position, nice and slow, and just just relax. It feels really good, especially after about a minute. So I like to do this for at least 2 minutes. You can roll over each shoulder blade if you'd like. You might find some tender areas up there. And as you stop on a tender spot, just move through the range on that one side. It'll help add a little bit of pressure and break up any junk that's in there. So that's your lesson number 1 on rolling out quads and your upper back, T-spine, thoracic spine. So enjoy that. Again, a minute or so per leg and at least 2 minutes in your upper back.